I'm pleased to be joined now by Calvin Kattar. Great win over the weekend against Jeremy Stephens at UFC 249. So you're back in Boston. What was the flight home like?
Uh, Flight home wasn't too bad, but it's never fun breathing through the mask, like I was saying, with a broken nose.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. So did they test you for COVID afterwards, like after you fought?
No, so they just tested us previous to the fighting, and we all came clean. So yeah, that was it.
I was curious about the logistics of how they would get a swab up your nose after what happened in the fight.
That's a good question. It's never fun to do right after the weigh-in either when you lose like I don't know 10, 15 pounds and then gain it right back and then stick that thing down your nose. And then they give you the 5 second countdown like you want to know how much longer.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. That was the one thing I would have loved to cover this event, but that's the one thing I wouldn't have wanted to do. Was those swab tests do not look like a whole lot of fun.
No, but to tell you the truth, I think everybody wants to know if they have it or not. So that was where else are you going to get a COVID testing? But everyone's got their suspicions, and then even now with the allergies coming out, people are getting headaches, and just yeah, crazy time.
Yeah, my wife has allergies, and she kept getting worried. And I was like, "You haven't gone anywhere. You're not going to get COVID-19 from being in the house."
Yeah, but once it gets in your head and you want to get tested, it was a nice reset to know that I haven't had it and that I don't have it. So uh, yeah, it worked out.
The replay. Have you watched the replay of the elbow?
I have, yeah, I got a chance to see it that night.
The slow motion replay looks like it's in regular motion. That's the speed and precision you delivered that with.
Yeah, maybe if I don't hit that exact same timing, then maybe I don't get the same shot on my nose, but maybe I don't get the finish. And so, fuck it. To me, it's a fair trade-off.
Yeah, I heard you say in an interview earlier that you trade a rook for a queen any day. That's a good analogy.
It's the truth. Yeah, any day of the week, man. If I before the fight you told me this is how you're gonna feel, whatever, get the W, I'm signing back up. And like I was saying before too, like even though I took some damage, I feel better with a win, taking some damage than healthy with a loss.
And one of the ultimate examples of that happened in your division. It was the McGregor versus Aldo fight. He took a rook to give a queen.
In the which one?
The Aldo versus McGregor.
Oh, yeah. No, that's it, man. Same thing. Sometimes you got to eat one to give one. And I was hoping I slipped it a little bit more, but at least I made the motion of trying to slip it. And then I ended up catching a little bit of it, just enough to, leave me with something to go home with to remember him by.
So now that you're home, are you going to be in self-isolation for 14 days just as a precaution? I
Yeah,
know it was Mother's Day
yeah.
yesterday, but
Oh,
I know it was
Rob
Mother's Day
Font
yesterday, but
I'm sorry. Rob Font walked in the door and just tripped up our interview.
well, Rob Font can join us if he'd like.
Yeah, come get his ass over here, man. Cartel in the building.
Who's this?
Aaron
What up?
Bronsteter.
What
Yeah.
up? What up?
What's up? You can't see me, but you can hear me. How's it going, Rob?
I'm all right, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. That elbow, pretty sick.
Yeah, man, that's Jake Manini with Cartel Curriculum, Thai Coach 2, Rob Font. This guy's got a lot of hats.
Was Rob down there with you?
Yes, he was. Yeah, it was Rob, Carlos Neto, and Tyson Chartier. But been working a lot, hitting mitts with my buddy Jake Manini. And then, Bazooka Joe out there helped me out. Just getting a lot of Thai work lately and was happy to at least throw some Thai shit this time.
Definitely do some kicks and some elbows. That teeth was clean. The low kicks were there. You look sharp, man.
Yeah.
Rob, what's the latest with you?
Yeah, this shit is
I'm hanging in there, man. Just a lot of PT right now, and just just got back with this guy, so I'm just hanging out, tired.
You're
getting back
rehabbing an
to it.
injury, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what was the injury?
My right knee.
And what's the recovery time like on that?
I'm looking like probably December, fighting by December.
Oh wow! So this is a long-term
by
thing.
July. Yeah, so I feel good. Won't be that bad. It'll be a couple months off, but it's not that bad.
How did you suffer the injury?
Second round of my last fight, when I fought Ricky Simone in the second round, I blew it out, completely tore it out.
Calvin, I'm sorry
And,
about this, but Rob's basically just he bogarted the entire interview.
No,
I'm just asking him questions
no,
now.
please just It's good. I think he faked the injury just to get off Saturday sparring, personally. But it's like I said, trade the rook for the queen. He's like, no, fuck it, man. At least I won't have to spar Calvin every Saturday,
Yes. I'm not sparring no more after those elbows, man.
No, we're on that Jordan shit, man. We keep talking shit to each other, level up. You stay in the gym. We got to raise the level of competition in the gym,
You were the only one from Boston that got the job done this weekend. That was a good look.
I'm happy to at least get one for us, man. I know how it feels to go 3-0, and I know how it feels to go 0-3. So, just take these good moments when they come, and just ready to get back to work now.
Rosa's in Florida, but do you train with Jorgen De Castro at all?
Yeah, every now and then we saw him down at Lausanne's for a little bit, but no, I haven't seen him a bit other than fight week, and we were rooting for him, man. But yes, it's tough, man. Fight night sometimes. I know he broke his foot in the second, I believe. That got to suck. Stayed in it, toughed it out though. So just didn't get the W, but yeah, happy to get one home for us, and hopefully the rest of those guys will bounce back.
How long does it take for you to forget that you are in an empty arena when you get started? Like, when does it click that you're just in a fight and the audience isn't going to cheer and it doesn't really matter?
Well, the funny thing is when you walk out, that's kind of how you try to picture it. Is empty. You don't want to be paying attention to the crowd too much, unless you're one that feeds off the energy. Don't get me wrong, but I usually like to take that energy in post-fight with a big win, and definitely wasn't able to really do that this time. But I know back home everybody was getting crazy, and I was able to see all the videos post-fight. It was nice.
What did Rogan say to you afterwards? Because he's really been pumping your tires in his podcast lately, talking about how great of a prospect you are.
Yeah, no, just I told him I had a New England Cartel T-shirt for him, but he didn't link up with him post-fight, so I guess he's gonna have to put me on his podcast to get it now.
You didn't ask though after the fight. That's always a bad look. If you ask to be on the podcast, I can't think of anybody that's asked after a fight to be on the podcast that actually ended up on there.
Yeah, that's like asking for the bonus, right? You would think that I asked for it the last 4 fights.
I've always said it would be funnier to just use reverse psychology on Joe and be like, Joe, if you want me on the podcast, you're going to have to beg. I'm not really interested.
Yes, I like that approach. Man.
Also asking about the bonus. That's never a good look either. But you didn't end up getting a bonus, did you, on this one? There were so many good finishes.
No, but I got something better. Danny said he's going to take care of me. So when he says he does that, we'll see. Well, I'm excited now. Sit back, wait what he does.
And a 30% bonus from Jeremy Stevens, missing weight.
Yeah, should have been 35, but we'll take 30.
Yeah, you were trying to negotiate for the 35, and he wouldn't cave.
No, man. You would thought I missed weight, but at the end of the day, we settled on 30, and post-fight came up, shook my hand, so a lot of respect there. He's a tough guy, man. It was a great fight, and he edged me out the first round, and I was just able to land a clean shot in the second, so it was a great fight, and yeah.
I'm surprised that more people didn't miss weight. I thought under these circumstances that it was going to be difficult for people to get into their routine and get into their groove, but it seemed like it was only Jeremy that was unable to do that.
Yeah, I thought they'd all be on their Rob Font shit post-fight, pandemic weight, we call that.
Is that the weight class Rob is in right now, you're saying?
Yeah, I thought people were going to be on their Rob Font shit.
Rob, what does injury rehab Rob Font walk around at?
Slightly heavier.
I couldn't get him to step on a scale all week.
So if he's not going to tell you, he's not going to tell me.
I thought the same thing, though. I thought that a lot of people's weight would be a little bit off, and it turns out it was just Jeremy's. But yeah.
He loves pancakes, man.
He loves pancakes.
I said to my boss, I have a feeling like 3 or 4 people are going to miss weight because it's just a weird situation, right? Like everybody's used to things going according to schedule, and this is just so out of the ordinary. It's a late check-in. But I honestly, I laud every single person on that card that made weight. And this isn't a shot at Jeremy. It's just I am so happy to see the level of commitment that all of you and your fellow athletes have to be able to make weight under those circumstances with the late check-in with all the pandemic. I didn't know what kind of weight cutting aids would be available there, but it just shows the true commitment of everybody in the sport.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to Trifecta. They really they killed it this time around for me. and had all the fighters. They were in charge of most of them of getting their foods and liquids and things after. So they were around all week to take care of us. They stepped up huge, and yeah, everyone may wait except for, of course, my guy, but it is what it is.
All right, I'm going to name some fighters, and I want you to give me your level of interest from 1 to 10. Brian Ortega.
1 through 10?
Yeah, your level of interest.
Tell you what, top 5, they all got a 10.
They all got a 10. Okay, well, you just ruined the game. How about you rank the top 5 in order of how you think you'd match up better? Who do you think you'd match up best against in the top 5?
All 5 of them myself. So honestly, each fight is just a different challenging style matchups. But I'm prepared to take any style matchups possible. I don't pick fights at this point. If you think that you're the best, then it shouldn't matter who you fight next. And I'm just working on becoming a better martial artist every time I step in there. And I look forward to whoever that's going to be that I match up with. I'm going to go over a certain skill set, to be ready for them, add to my tools and what I bring, and then, I'm ready to go. I just want a big moment opportunity, and this way I get up for it and take out whoever that is in front of me.
Would you want to fight again under these same kind of pandemic circumstances, or do you want to take some time off?
That was a lot of shit, but I really don't. But at the same time, it kind of kept me focused through everything, So I like being at work with the idea of having a kid. Yeah, it's a gift and a curse, straight up. But I feel like I definitely am getting out of this pandemic better than when I went in, and I want to ride that momentum into a busy 2020, man, and finish the year strong. Hopefully, at that point, my boy will be making his comeback. Maybe we'll get on the same card. That'd be dope.
So have you seen your mom since you've been back? Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I know that after traveling and all that, it might be safer to just self-isolate with the people that you were with. Is that what you're planning on doing?
Yeah, I was trying, but she wasn't having on that, so here I am.
I don't blame her. I wouldn't want you to come over today either. It's just, I've got a family here to take care of.
Canada's nice too, man, but I was already in Florida. My cousin lives like 4 hours away. He's just going to come pick me up, but it was over my head at that point.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys come back to Canada soon. Work out with Bazooka Joe. Come to the studio. We can do an interview. But of course, we need all of this coronavirus stuff to blow over before that happens. And of course, we're hoping that that's sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it, man. We'll have to get up out there in Canada next trip.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for your time, Rob. Nice seeing you, man. Corona weight all the way. I'm in the same weight class as you, my brother.
Yeah, that pandemic 15. Go.